You probably recognize him as Shabakar as he now appears in television, but before that, he's more popular as DJ Sam YG.
Yes, you heard that right. The very same Sam YG who completes a trio of Magic 89.9's radio show Boys Night Out. Come on.
Living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police.
So, how does it feel to be a DJ? Say, perks or the...
Well, there are perks. Of course, you know, being a DJ. Number one, it's very fulfilling, of course. Especially with, I think, my time slot, 6 to 10. Because people are stuck in traffic, you know, after a day, a long day at work, or in school. You have the opportunity to make people happy, make people laugh, make people smile. So, yeah, if I were to describe, you know, being a DJ, how it feels, it's fulfilling for me. It's challenging but fulfilling, because Boys and I, we've been doing it for almost 9 years. So imagine, sorry for cursing, but we've been talking shit for 9 years. It's not hard to talk shit for 9 years, for 4 hours a day. Yes. So you have to think of topics. That's why it's challenging. You have to think of topics, hashtags. You have to go out. You have to be connected with people. You have to know what's happening out there. You can't just say na, oh, okay na ako, diba? We have listeners naman, bahala na, diba? Before, there was no Facebook. Before, there was no Twitter. But we had a radio show. So now when these things come in, social media and on Instagram, we have to find a way to incorporate it with a radio show. So now you have people, you know, replying, getting a feel of the topic, even if they are not listening to the show. Because the hashtags, you can tweet the reply or whatnot. So yeah, if I were to describe, you know, being a DJ, it's challenging and fulfilling at the same time.
So what do you enjoy most about your job?
I guess, like I said, the fulfillment of, you know, making people happy and, you know, probably giving them a good time while listening to the
Is there anything that you don't like or hate about being a DJ?
I wouldn't say hate, but there are... okay, being a DJ and... just being a DJ or particularly Boys Night Out Sam YG?
Particularly Boys Night Out.
Okay, mahirap. Because you cast a shadow that's larger than the character. The character casts a shadow that's actually larger than the person. So, you go out, you meet people, kayo yung gago, kayo yung mga mayakis. It's true.
Wait, so I have a question. So, you're telling us you're not that person on radio?
I can't say yes, I can't say no. Because people have to know me. But the thing is...
Feeling ko situational din eh. Kung nasa lugar ka, ganun ka.
Diba? Pero, since may kakast ka masyado, that's the show eh, na manyak, bastos, gago. Everybody thinks na ganun talaga kami since we don't work with scripts, diba? Whatever we say comes out of our brain and how, you know, how we feel, how we think. Everybody is under the impression na, okay, whatever you hear, yan sila. So, I guess that's one of the, I wouldn't say, it's a downside. Kahit paano. May magandang to love.
That's true. That's true.
Bro, but I've heard of a lot of stories, so...
About?
Hindi ko na alam kung love yung hinahanap mo.
Can't find love with love.
I like that.
No. You think it'll work? It does not work. So, if there's one downside, particularly Boys Night Out, I guess with other radio DJs, they don't have that problem. With us, with me, it happens. And I was just in London a few days back. And even in the airport, there was a girl who said, "Are you Sam YG?" I was like, Tony. And this is caught on video. I said, yeah. Oh, okay. Now I can finally put a name, a face to the name. Yeah, I know you. Everybody's telling me, manyakis ka daw. Ingat daw sila sa'yo. Ingat daw ako sa'yo. Or something like that. So, if you meet the parents of a girl. Diba? Oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a DJ. Which show? Boys Night Out. Oh. We talk about sex, drinking, going out. So you understand, parang may disparity eh. But it's part of the job. But how can you, if we just run a normal radio show and everything we talk about are real topics, it's just, they're kind of taboo because nobody wants to talk about them. But these things are really happening in society. So if there's a downside, that's it.
So our prof said grade speakers are not born, they're trained. So when you first
Grade speakers are not
born, they're trained.
Yeah.
So when you first auditioned for the junior job program, did you encounter some difficulties?
Of course, when I first recorded cassette tape, I made my demo tape. I recorded, alam mo yun, aminin natin, pag nag-selfie ka, pag-post mo sa Instagram.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun, naka mga 30 shots ka dyan. Post mo yun, nakamaganda, di ba? Hindi ka isang selfie, tapos post mo yan. Siyempre, ang gulo mo na medyo, kung mga 30, tapos pinakamaganda, okay, post. Same thing with my demo tape. I made my demo tape, as a cassette tape, recorded it. I listened to it, it sounded so bad. Can you imagine listening to yourself? Parang nakakilabot, diba? It's so awkward. It's really awkward. Until today, I find it awkward listening to myself. Because for Christmas, we play a recorded show. Or if I hear a commercial that I recorded, that's my voice. I find it weird. Or when I watch myself on TV, I'm like, oh my god, this is just really weird. So yeah, that was pretty weird when I made my demo tape. It was tricky kasi gusto na may slang bang, di ba? Eh yung slang mo, pag sumobra naman, kadiri, di ba? Parang yeah. Right? Hard and slang. Ito naman, di ba? Yung mga slang na hard slang, di ba? May slang na swabe, di ba? So, syempre, tinatansa ko rin yung pagka-slang ko. So yeah, it was hard making a demo tape and getting into the junior drop program. But yes, you can train for it. If you really want it, train for it. Nothing replaces practice or training.
So with that, are there moments when you feel shy? Or are you natural and expressive as always?
Shy. Torpe talaga ako. No, ito seryoso yan. On air, it's so easy to talk. You guys can take videos later when you start the show. So, we can show. When we are on air, we're just surrounded by four walls. So, it's like texting. Pagka-text mo crush mo, ang lakas ng loob mo, you can say whatever. Kasi hindi mo siya kaharap eh.
Yeah.
Diba?
It's not face to face.
Face to face parang, hindi mo siya magsabihin ng miss you, diba? Diba? Pero sa text, sige, miss you na. But face to face, oh my God. Everything changes. So, yes, I do get shy, I do get nervous if I'm hosting an event. Before you start the show, there's always this kilig na excitement na nakakatakot because you don't know how people react to the show, to the topic. I mean, there are topics that did not do so well. There are topics that went well. So yeah, it really happens.
What's next?
But then,
I think pag hindi ka na na-excite, hindi ka na na-shy, I'm maybe party. I think it's what excites you that,
makes it look
yeah, it's good.
Okay. So our next question is, what do you do to really catch the attention of your audience, and how do you make them want to tune in all the time?
That's the challenge. Every single night.
So,
You do a good show yesterday, you're always as good as your last show. That's it. If we had a good show last night, tonight has to be even better.
yeah.
Tomorrow has to be better than tonight.
Yeah.
How's that like every day? Like one day to
It's not scripted, but we write an outline, things we want to talk about, possible topics, this and that, new segments that we can, introduce games or whatnot, talk to sponsors, so we can PlayStations, TVs on the show. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. It's not. But we want it to appear na pag nakikinig ka, ito mga ito, mapasok mo sa studio and start talking and blabbering away.
Like
that's what we want. Yes, that's what we want you guys to think. But it's not that. The back end work, like with any radio show, with any TV show as well, kahit mga showtime or itbulaga, if you see what happens during the commercial breaks, paano nagkakagulo and everything, it's crazy. So, how do you do that? You really have to be, like I said, you have to, you know what's happening. You have to know what's happening out there. Be connected. Check out what's happening in the news. Because these are the things that will, give you things or topics to talk about. Diba?
Also, in relation to what you were saying earlier about being in front of like people as in live and having listeners, I mean, which would you prefer? Because since you have a background of TV also, being a TV personality as well.
I'd say, with that aspect, in being shy aspect, siyempre mas madali sa radio kasi wala namang, hindi mo makikita yung reaction ng mga tao. I can't see how your facial reaction will be if you're listening in the car. Kasi nasa studio na ako. But pag live, makikita mo yung corny yung joke mo, di ba? Siyempre, maliliit ka, oh my God, ang hirap ko, walang kwenta, di ba? But that's a difference being shy. But in terms of being, more challenging, radio, I think, is still more challenging for me than TV. Because TV, I can act out, I can act something out, or I can do something to be, kahit gawa ka ng funny facial expression, okay na eh. Sa radio,
Can't see.
exactly, can't see you. So it's all theater of the mind. Our task is to make you imagine things. Uy, may kamomol kagabi. Siyempre, imagine mo, may kamomol kagabi. Diba? Tinark ang car sa harap ng bahay ni Girlie, momo before atid kay tita. Diba? So, yeah, it's theater of the mind. So, in terms of being shy, mas mahirap pag live kasi makikita mo yung reaction ng tao. But in terms of, being more challenging, radio is still more challenging.
How do you avoid dead air on radio?
I guess with us, it's lucky because we're 3.
Oh, yeah.
Diba? But I used to do a solo show. When I was being trained, one of the golden rules they taught me is that and this is applicable with a lot of things, not just with radio, even post my crush or whatever. Wala kayo hirit na maganda. Just play a song. Kesa, diba, you're talking, tapos wala nang direction yung pinag-uusap mo, pinipilit mo na lang na, I have to talk. And then, you're not even making sense anymore.
Alright, so how do you play a song when there's a girl? No, you said crush.
No, sa crush mo naman, kung wala kang ihirit na maganda, quiet ka na lang, kaysa, this guy's so corny, diba? Quiet to hear it. So yeah, you can always play a song. You always have an option.
So, di ba na-mention mo kanina na nag-prepare kayo na outline? Paano kayo nag-teamwork sa outline na kunya, parang ito yung idea mo? Tapos, paano nyo kinakonsolidate lahat?
Well, we have our groups sa phone. So, we message every day. Oh, okay na topic to. One thing about talkers are, to be a good talker, you have to be an even better listener and observer. Everything we talk about, we observe. So, ano po naman ganito? Diba? Paano yung ganyan? You have to observe things and that will give you material to talk about on radio. That's how it works. So, sorry, what's the question again?
Kung paano kayo na-prepare?
How to prepare. So yeah, we observe a lot. We discuss. Then bago mag-show, little pre-prod meeting, topic natin tonight. Ganyan.
It's a good work.
Yeah. Kasi, like I said, if you really wanna put on a good show, you have to prepare for it. Hindi pwedeng Tara, pasok tayo. Talk, uwi tayo.
Usually, how long does it take to prepare for you guys about the topic? Or do you like ever like cram it or pass it?
I guess now it's easier kasi we've been doing it for a long time. Siyempre before, we used to stay in the office. We're done at 10 till 2 in the morning. Prepare for the show the next day. Pero kami lang usually yung ganun. Kasi the other shows are not really talk shows naman. They play more songs. Like, diba, ito, top 5 at 5. Just play songs with artist info. So, it's very, with the internet, Google, Justin Bieber, yeah.
So, kunya bago mag-show, meron ba kayo parang ginagawa na pagtanggal nervousness ganyan?
Tawa. Tabi mo yung phone mo, forget whatever happened during the day, lahat ng stress or whatnot. And parang yun in the zone kami once we get in the studio. Believe it or not, we don't even talk to each other off air. We save our, makikita niya mamaya, sobrang tahimik namin. Pag on air, parang Armalite. Pag commercial, tahimik ulit.
So you leave everything on air. So it's just like you're talking to each other.
Yeah. Parang gano'n. Of course, you hype up your character a bit to make it interesting. Kasi yun nga, like I said, there's 3 guys talking. Corny. Siyempre, may mga laglagan ng konti. You make laglag. Even if the story is not necessarily true.
Yeah.
Diba? To make it like, there was this time we were talking about diba, Slick Rick making out with this girl while the mom was in the other room. Diba? Is it true? Nobody knows. But we had to say the story para everybody like, grabe. How can you do that? Diba? So, you know, stuff like that. It's, you have to, your character, you have to hype up mo ng konti yan eh. And thus also giving the not so good reputation. But yeah, nobody knows if whatever we say on air may be true, maybe not.
Personally, what is your favorite topic to talk about? And
Love. So I'm a victim.
What makes it?
But now I'm a soldier.
Biggest lie
Off record. Hindi, joke lang. Okay lang.
Mabait na mga...
Hindi, seryoso love. Because you know why? Whenever we talk about it, we get so many responses. We get so many calls. Guys tend to open up. Kasi mga guys, ma-ego kami. Diba? We don't talk about our feelings, whatever, yada yada. But then, when we talk about love, guys start calling. They talk about their feelings. Paka-bromance shit sila, diba?
What happens if you don't like what the caller is saying? Tapos, it takes up too much time on air.
There is, since we're 3, magano na kami. Either off air, off mic, tama na yan, getting boring. You have to be aware of that, if it's dragging already. So what we do, like there's a mo twister style, you really say, this call's boring, takes, straight up, boom, drop the call, says it on him. Kami, may gentle exit range.
So, is there a Sam why G the public doesn't know side of you? It's a secret between us.
I guess that's for you guys to find out. Diba? The real, because actually, aside from radio, I have a few businesses that I do. So, that's also my work. That's my job.
Like what business?
Siyempre, multi-business. I have a restaurant in UP, backyard.
UP
Diliman, right. So I'm part owners of that. Bugsy's also, so another restaurant. Raven and Nest. We have our shirt business, the Bino Tees. We have our book. So there's kind of a few things that I do left and right.
This is the first
So what do you want to say to all aspiring DJs out there? Some tips or something?
I think radio, being a DJ, would give you the best training ground you could possibly have for across all media. You know, whether you plan to go on TV, plan to go you know, do live hosting or whatnot. Because radio trains you to think spontaneously. Without a script, you know, maraming host na tanggalan mo ng script, they're gonna freeze. You're not gonna know what they're gonna do. But radio trains your mind to think, to react in a split second. Diba? If you're given a second to talk, if you don't take that second, somebody else will talk. Diba? May maganda kang hirit, hindi mo hinirit, iba hirit, o mawawala na yung moment. So, no, well, my tips are, number one, if it's something that you really want to do, train for it. Diba? Radio has evolved a lot from DJs with deep voices to about how it used to be, to just playing songs. Now, talk show na kami. Before, we weren't really a talk show. Now, we play what, 4 songs an hour? So yeah, you can train for it. Find your sweet spot. Kumbaga, what makes you different? Diba? How could you be interesting? It's not necessarily about being funny. It's being interesting. Diba? How can you engage people and be engaging? If it's something you really want, train for it. Try out. And yeah, I think everybody has a chance. It's just who wants it more. That's what's gonna define everybody at the end of the day.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Hi, Mr. Lau. My name is Derek Ramsey. Sasabihin na ingat kayo sa mga paasa, no? Tsaka mga pa-fall. Marami dyan. When all else fails, dito lang ako.